Liberating Organism stands for the most natural and highest form of cooperation between our 1,300 tigers. The two words organism is our synonym for an organization. It's our metaphor how an organization works. We have our organs, and only if those organs are healthy and have a very vital and vibrant communication with each other, that organism will have a future, will survive, and will grow and nurture itself. The liberating aspect we're talking about is that we want to free ourselves from all the constraints and framings that are limiting ourselves in really unfolding our full potential. And by means of illustration, what that means is if you look at children, how naturally they cooperate when they are on a joint mission. Or if you look at organizations that are coming together on a voluntary basis, like fire brigades here in Austria. There are common traits to all those forms of natural cooperation. They have a natural form of hierarchy, and it's a very flat hierarchy. It is a natural way of who takes which parts of responsibility because who is competent in which areas. The entire team has transparency on the goal, on the roadmap, what the team wants to achieve, and all that leads to a high sense of purpose and a high sense of motivation. So this is what our understanding of liberating organism is. It's the natural challenge that we as tigers have. We are a medium-sized company, but we're not working on one location. We are a multinational company working in 3 regions, Europe, Asia, and NAFTA. And as you know, it's already a challenge to bring teams on one side into a good level of cooperation. But trying to achieve that on a multinational level, beyond time zones, beyond language barriers, that's a huge challenge. So for us it was clear from the very instance that this multinational setup that Tiger has and the various business units that also can cross-pollinate each other, the better we cooperate, the better the robustness of our organism is going to be. And this was determining that quest of how can we bring our 1,300 tigers across 3 regions and across our business units in the highest form of cooperation. The ultimate 2 words for the answer to the why is independence and freedom. Shakyamuni Buddha had a very beautiful saying. He said, like the sea has only one taste, the one of salt, independence has only one taste, the taste of freedom. We at Tigers think that our independence and the freedom we have leads to a very agile behavior in the sense of fast decision making, quick change of direction if needed and imposed from the environment. So this protection of independence, this protection of freedom is why we are doing what we're doing. And it is easy to feel the difference if you close your eyes for a second and simply think of the 2 words independence and freedom and see what kind of feelings are arising if you observe that. It can be very generic that you say it feels good or it feels not good, and it can be more differentiated that you say it widens my chest or it widens my spirit, whatever. And then if we make a second exercise and I invite you to feel what kind of feelings come up when you think of dependence and if you think of being constrained. the feelings might be different. And I think that short feeling exercise is giving you a very good direction of why independence and freedom are the two most important motivators and reasons and purposes why we do that. As the first word, liberating, already proclaims, voluntary is the first keyword on our journey to liberating organism. So we will start with empowering people, training people, and then let them decide in which pace they want to start to work in a more liberated form. What we do is an intensive training over the next 24 months to bring especially those skills, those social skills into our organism where we still have some white spots. And this is not so much on the methodological side like lean or Gemba or agile or kata. It is more the social skills to find good ways to interact with each other. By means of illustration, we are promoting the concept of dialogue. Dialogue means that I have a vital interest to understand your viewpoint to the subject matter we're discussing, opposed to discussion where my only goal is to push down your throat my opinion that I have on the subject matter. We want to train our tigers that it is absolutely okay to leave a dialogue with the understanding we agree to disagree. We disagree on the subject matter, but we still respect and appreciate each other as team members and having the common goal to sustain the robustness of this organism. This is the way how we want to progress into liberating organism. We have no clear roadmap of how it's going to work out, but we have a clear understanding that we want to reach the highest forms of cooperation comparable to our metaphor of tiki-taka, where you have that blind understanding between a defense player and a forward, and where the defense player cannot even see the forward player, but he can sense that this is the right moment to pass the ball on. And the same for the forward player. He doesn't see the defense player, but he simply senses when is the right moment to start running, catch the ball, and score. We have defined a couple of principles defining our tiger way towards liberating organism. One of them is working together on eye-to-eye level, same level playing field, which is basically described in our core value openness. And what we mean by that is if a fish stinks, it stinks under the table and on top of the table. So we say we put the fish on the dish. Only then we can address the topic. We all understand what the topic is. And this is one of the key principles, if not the most important one, that we all have one common dialogue on a challenge that we're facing, and that we're not pretending something and then we have separate breakout sessions on the coffee machine, in the canteen, etc. So that's one of them. Another one is transparency. We are convinced that only if all tigers have a full clarity on what we want to achieve and how the roadmap looks like and where our current position is, everybody can fully unfold his or her potential and contribute in the best sense. Another concept we have is the principle of full responsibility. What we mean by that is we are a family of 1,300 tigers. And every one of the 1,300 tigers has to understand that her or his decision today has an impact for the robustness of our entire organism. And if you think it even on a larger scale, we're not just a family of 1,300. Assuming 4 family members for each of our 1,300, we're looking at a family of 6,000 people. So every decision that is taken today by one of the 1,300 tigers has an impact on 6,000 individuals. And this is the concept of total responsibility that we are strongly promoting, so that everybody who joins our journey has to have that feeling of responsibility and not take things lightly. The what we want to achieve is clearly phrased in 2 words. We want to have excited customers. Satisfied customers is something that we have learned in the past, and we definitely want to have satisfied customers. But every now and then, it would be great if we could have that special spark of an excited customer that sees that those 1,300 tigers are out every day to create value for them, to deeply understand their demands, the existing ones, and maybe even have the capability of anticipating demands in the future. But that this tiger organism, with its unique set of competences of powder coatings, wet lac, digital inks, digital powder, 3D polymers for the 3D print, there is such a tremendous chematronics power in this organization. And if customers see that and ultimately see that we are capable of delivering value to them, then we have really made it. That's the what we want to achieve. Not at all. I firmly believe in that nobody can do it all by himself or herself. The success that we have is the success of us 1,300, and giving away responsibility is always preceded by a first step that is called qualification. What I mean by that is nobody is gonna get a heavier backpack with more responsibility without the prior step of training and qualification. And again, the voluntary principle is essential here. Only if the trainee, together with his coach, come to the agreement that now it's time to take a larger scope of responsibility, to spread the wings even further, only then that trainee will come into those larger footsteps. So there is no fear at all. There's only a very positive, encouraging overall spirit coming with that, that people understand this is an organism where I can grow, where the organism looks at me and says, where do I have talents? Where can we help you to grow as an individual and as a team, as it is stipulated in our Tiger Vision?